Everyone talks about yoga, from east to west. Countless influencers preach its benefits. Yet, it is disappointing to see such profound and ancient wisdom being shared only in fragments. Many people are unaware of the true meaning of yoga, much like trying to ace a science exam without proper study. A little knowledge can be misleading, so today I want to shed light on what yoga truly is. Yoga is not just about maintaining body postures for fitness or sitting in a relaxed state to meditate. It is a comprehensive, holistic science with 8 distinct limbs, each designed to shape an individual's character, moral values, self-discipline, and inner strength. These 8 limbs serve as a guide to becoming the best version of oneself, fostering both physical and spiritual well-being. Yoga is a path to harmony between the body, mind, and spirit. Ayurveda defines yoga as the union of individual consciousness with universal consciousness. The 8 limbs of yoga, which I am going to explain, are outlined in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, an ancient scripture which is a foundation of the classical yoga philosophy compiled in India in the early centuries by the sage Patanjali, whose main goal for mankind is to attain wisdom, self-realization, and ultimate liberation through yoga. Each limb of yoga has a deep meaning and profound benefits. So let's explore them. Yama. Imagine trying to build a skyscraper without a strong foundation. No matter how beautiful it looks, it will eventually collapse. Yama is that foundation in yoga, the ethical backbone that supports everything else. Yama teaches us the principles of non-violence, truthfulness, non-stealing, celibacy or moderation, and non-possessiveness. By following these virtues, people cultivate integrity, kindness, and self-restraint, living in harmony with themselves and others around them. Practicing Yama eliminates negativity and creates a space for love and peace to flourish. Niyama. If Yama is about how we interact with the world, Niyama is about how we build and refine ourselves. Think of it like tending to a garden. If we want beautiful flowers to bloom, we must first nourish the soil, remove weeds, and ensure proper care. Similarly, Niyama focuses on self-purification and inner strength. It includes cleanliness, contentment, self-discipline, self-study, and surrender to the divine. Shaucha is not just about keeping our bodies clean, but also about cleansing our thoughts and surroundings. Santosh teaches us to appreciate what's in front of us, without constantly chasing more, but creating a beautiful life out of what we have got. By embracing Niyama, we cultivate gratitude, clarity, and an unshakable connection to our higher self. Tapas is the power of consistency that turns small actions into life-changing habits, because self-discipline is like the fire that fuels transformation. Svadhyaya is to reflect on who we truly are. It's those moments when we pause and ask ourselves, am I growing? Am I reacting with wisdom or impulse? Reading inspiring books, journaling, or even meditating helps us understand ourselves on a deeper level. Ishvara Pranidhana reminds us that we are not in control of everything. Have you ever faced a situation where you did your best but the outcome was out of your hands? Learning to surrender and trust the flow of life brings peace. It's like rowing a boat. We must paddle, but we also have to trust the river's direction. Third limb is called asana. These are the physical expressions of yoga, strengthening the body while calming the mind. The practice of asanas not only enhances flexibility, strength, and endurance, but also prepares the body for deeper meditative states. Only a well-aligned body leads to a well-aligned mind, setting the foundation for spiritual growth. Pranayama or breath control is the art of controlling the breath, the life force that sustains us. Through breath regulation, we gain control over our mind, emotions, and energy. Techniques such as deep breathing, alternate nostril breathing, and rhythmic breathwork increases vitality, reduce stress, and expand our consciousness. The science of pranayama has been used for centuries as a means to cleanse the body, improve lung capacity, and balance the nervous system. Modern science is now validating what Ayurveda has known for millennia. With each mindful breath, we awaken a deeper sense of awareness and mental peace. Pratyahara, or the withdrawal of senses, is essential in our world full of distractions, notifications, social media, endless to-do lists. It feels like we are always running, yet rarely pausing to listen to ourselves. Pratyahara is the practice of stepping away from this chaos and turning inward. Imagine coming home after a long day, feeling exhausted. Instead of sitting quietly to rest, you automatically grab your phone, scroll through social media, or turn on the TV. Even when we're physically still, our minds remain overstimulated. Pratyahara is choosing to pause. Pratyahara doesn't mean shutting yourself off from the world. It means choosing what deserves your attention. It's the ability to sit in a noisy room and not be disturbed, to listen to criticism without letting it break you. When we practice this limb, we regain our mental clarity and emotional resilience. We stop letting the world dictate how we feel. Instead, we learn to find strength within ourselves. Dharana. Have you ever started reading a book only to realize a few pages later that your mind drifted elsewhere? This is the struggle of a distracted mind. It jumps from one thing to another, never fully present. Dharana is the antidote. It is the practice of deep, unshakable concentration, training our mind to stay focused on a single point, whether it's our breath, a mantra, or even a task at hand. I remember when I first started meditating, I struggled to sit still. My mind would race. Random thoughts, memories, things to do. But I learned a simple technique: staring at a candle flame. Every time my thoughts wandered, I gently brought my focus back to the flame. At first, I could only do it for a few seconds, but over time, my ability to concentrate grew stronger. Dharana is like sharpening a blade. The more we practice, the sharper our mental focus becomes. It helps us develop clarity, work efficiency, and a deep sense of calm. When we can control our focus, we can control our lives. Dhyana or meditation. Have you ever had a moment of pure stillness, where time seems to slow down and you feel completely at peace? Maybe it was watching a sunset, sitting by the ocean, or simply closing your eyes after a long, tiring day. That deep, effortless calm is what dhyana brings, but in a more profound and lasting way. Dhyana is meditation in its purest form, where we are no longer forcing the mind to focus, but simply existing in a state of deep awareness. It is the space beyond thoughts, beyond distractions, where we connect with something greater than ourselves. Dhyana is not about stopping thoughts, it's about not letting them control you. It's the difference between being lost in a storm and standing still while the storm passes around you. The more we practice meditation, the more we experience clarity, wisdom, and joy that isn't dependent on external circumstances. Samadhi. It is the highest state of yoga. It is pure awareness and complete liberation. It is where the mind becomes still, the ego dissolves, and we experience ourselves not as separate beings, but as one with the universe. Samadhi is not something that can be forced. It happens when we let go of everything we think we are. Our fears, desires, identities, and simply exist in the present moment. It is a state of pure bliss and absolute freedom from suffering. While reaching full samadhi may take years, even lifetimes, every step toward it brings us more peace, more love, and a deeper understanding of ourselves. Yoga is not just something you do on a mat. It's a path to inner transformation. When you embrace the 8 limbs of yoga, you begin to see the world differently. Stress no longer controls you, and negativity loses its grip. Yoga doesn't just change your body, it rewires your mind, strengthens your spirit, and connects you to something greater than yourself. The challenges of life don't disappear, but your ability to navigate them with grace and wisdom grows stronger. This is your invitation to step onto this sacred path. Believe in the power of yoga and watch as your life transforms in extraordinary ways. Begin your journey now, and I'll see you again in my next video. Until then, stay committed, stay disciplined, and keep evolving into the best version of yourself.